All right. I think we got these guys finally in here. All right. Say hello, gentlemen.
This man called himself the host. Then you hijacking the show, white boy.
It is my show, Isaac. You're not even a frequent guest at this point. Mike, your replacement. You're replacing him,
Wow.
bro. It's actually an upgrade, really. It's not a replacement. It's an upgrade. You're on mute.
Me? Oh.
There it is. We got Mike.
Good. Unmute.
Yep, you good
All
now.
right.
We'll
I
edit
just want
that
to kick
out.
this off. Just want to kick this thing off by saying, Edward texted me today,
Mhm.
and we talked, and he asked me, if there's anything said about Edward, Edward's not here to defend himself, so I'll defend Edward on his behalf, proudly, because I fucking hate Isaac just as much as anybody else does.
Yep.
So, I'll speak for Edward today since he's not able to join this podcast. So I'll start off by saying, fuck Team Isaac. I'm the president. Vice president is Mamito, and Edward's a strong third. So Edward's going to whoop his ass this week. He's going to take back-to-back losses, and he's just going to be really, really sad at this point.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. I don't want to make the LEG podcast all about me today. So I'll just come up and just say I won't say nothing about Edward because he's not here because I'm a man and I say stuff to his face like real men do, But I appreciate that he sends his little backup, YouTube to come, represent us. That's good. Good for him. Good for him. What I will say though is, shout out to Zach. Honestly, Zach, I really do think you're trash at the bottom of my heart, but even a broken clock is right twice a day.
And so Isaac's little kind of going on there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a quick recap on the Monday night game. What were you guys' reactions for the Monday night game? Oh, you know what? I was wondering how you felt about Cooper. It seems like Cooper Cup's always gonna be there, right? No matter what. Fish swim, birds fly, Cooper catches.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty safe bet. I think Cooper Cup is always going to get, like I said last week, 16 points. That's a bad game.
That's a bad game
for him. That's a bad game for him. And so, he comes out this week, and I just think he's one of those guys like that's Mr. Reliable. That's Old Faithful.
And Isaac, what do you think about the game? You caught it all?
Yeah, I agree that I think at this point it's the Cooper Cup show. Cooper Cup and the tight end. Tyler, I was placing out his last name right. Yeah, Tyler Higbee. Definitely the Cooper Cup and the Tyler Higbee show. But on the other side of the ball, Debo obviously got his work, did what he was supposed to do. Jeff Wilson did great. But George Kittle, I'd be hitting that panic alarm if I was a George Kittle owner. I just don't see what's going on over there. I thought Jimmy G would be an upgrade from Trey Lance, but maybe it's still an injury or something going on with him.
And how many points does he have in these past 4 games? Do you know? Can you look at that?
Not very much. Actually, I can tell you right now at the top of my head. I have it pulled up. So Kittle last week got 4 points, and the week before he got 6.8. So it's not getting any better. It looks like for him getting healthier, it's not looking good. But on the other side of this, the outside receivers got Ayuk and Debo both seeming pretty productive. Ayuk's kind of taking that whole Kittle role, and then on the other side of this, the defense. If you have their defense going forward, it seems like turnover is going to be an every Sunday thing when they play.
So those points are in our league, right?
Yep.
That's so in a standard league, he's hurt.
Maybe 2 because he wasn't a lot of yards either. Those are off 3 catches in the last game for 4 points. No, from the game before. So he had 4 catches the game before and only had 6 points. So it is what it is, But since we are talking about the game, I wanted to show you guys a little something. Yeah, see this? You guys?
Yeah, you sent me that.
Do you see
that? Is that the Grinch dressed up in the Niners gear? Oh, did you take it off for?
That's the Grinch that stole the Rams' heart last night because he was running around the stadium. He was pretty cool. I took a picture of them on the way in. Got to go to the game. It was pretty fun. This dude wore this from when it was 80 degrees in San Jose till the entire game, really. So I knew he was sweating. This was like a whole thing.
Now, is that a mask right there? What is that exactly?
partial mask and makeup, like actual Hollywood makeup. The dude said he does it himself.
Oh wow, I can see like the eyes and stuff like that. Dang, that's
hey
crazy.
Mito, real quick. Did you see Wagner hit that fan?
No, so I was on the side. The Seahawks bench. So what happened was I saw the pink spray, whatever it was, the smoke in the air. I saw it going around. I didn't know where it was coming from, and then the crowd all together let out a hard "ooh," and we knew right away. And instant replay showed it more times than touchdowns.
Edit the part out where you said Seahawks instead of Rams.
That's right. It was on. You know what? Hey, it's his first year. I can make that mistake. Who cares? Who cares?
Shut up, Isaac. You're not off the hook. Team Edward, bitch.
Yeah. You know what, Isaac? Team fuck Isaac right here. Longtime member, lifetime member. Anyone wants to join? Hit me up. I got shirts.
Appreciate the hate. I love it.
Got the merch. All right. Well, we got that out of the way. Let's see. Let's get into it, boys. So we got this whole thing today. And I'm gonna pull up the matchups from last week so we can get this going. Here we go. So we had.
Why do you have a trash talk guy? What are you doing?
I didn't think you were
talk trash, boy.
Hey, I didn't think you were gonna catch that, Isaac. I was waiting for you to say something.
This man was looking up an article on how to trash talk fantasy football.
That's for our segment. That's for our segment for Trash Talking 101. Isaac leads this, and what I was gonna do is give everybody pointers here. We have some good stuff in this. We can get to it now, Isaac. You want to just teach everybody what are your tricks to trash? And then we I
really feel like this episode titled Trash Talk 101. I see why you decided to take up the mantle of host, and I'll be a guest for this time because you know what, I am the king of talking trash. A couple of things about talking trash. You need to keep it. Wait, am I supposed to read these off as you're going down, or what am I doing?
No. Isaac, these are just ideas. If you'd like to run with this, please, by all means.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Let's go from the top to the bottom then. That's where it starts at.
Okay. So everyone knows Isaac's a notorious trash talker in our league. He definitely gets under most people's skin. If you talk to this guy during the weeks you played him, I'm sure at some point you did not like this guy. So we have a couple of things here. I still trash to do it, right? Like in general, I think our league does plenty of it. It's always nice to hear. Here's some stuff right here for you. Oh, here we go.
Let's talk about this. I got you. I'll take it over there. I see what you're doing here. So a couple of things about talking trash, right? For anybody that wants to learn how to talk trash, it's not a one-time thing. It's a commitment. You gotta talk trash all the time. During the draft, before the draft, during the week, before the week. You really gotta live and just breathe it. And some people respond to differently. So
one of the things that's on this article right here was something that made me think you really the whole time. Now it says, do not keep the conversation private. Isaac, you do not keep them private. You let everyone know exactly what you want to say in the group chat, and you let them know how you feel. You know, tell us, where'd you get this technique from?
Yeah, the technique of talking trash has just been something I've been perfecting for a long time. Actually, the man who taught me the most about it is Mike over there. Mike's a good little trash talker, but he has limits too. You know, it says do know your crowd right there, and you know it talks about like you might want to know the people you're with, make sure they're okay. That just toss that out the window. Talk all kinds of trash. No limits are there. Come for the neck every time. Isn't that right, Mike?
Yeah, you either go for the jugular or the heart. Either one. whatever one's open.
Now, Isaac, what's your best technique? Is it just full force, everything you got, or you just like to know your crowd, know when to say the right things? Like, what is it?
Oh no, knowing your crowd is important, but not because of what this article says. Knowing your crowd is important because you need to understand what really makes them mad, and that's what you have to use against them. People are different, you know. Mike, I can rile Mike up real quick if I wanted to. Same with Mito, real easy. All you guys, I know what you guys' buttons are. I push them all the time.
That's how I know you have confidence, because you think you know. So it's, that's good. That's good that you're confident.
Yeah, let's see. And the next one says, do not worry about memorizing stats. I'd argue with this one. Stats are actually very important. You should actually keep track of all the stats because then it starts to become really frustrating when you keep beating down on people. Now, winning and losing is important, but the best part about this thing says gentlemen's art of trash talking. I'm not a gentleman, dog. This is Southtown, boy. This is South Dos Palos up in this thing. This is Southtown art of trash talking. And that's
you've never had a house in Southtown. What are you talking about?
I live in Southtown. That's where my grandma stayed. What you mean? Do think about what you're going to say, but don't think too long. That's a fact. I don't have time to come up with something creative. Now, when they're talking to you and they're talking back in their rebuttal, then you can go ahead and do it. Do not cut deep. Nope, that's a lie. Cut real deep.
That's a lie.
Get right in
as
there.
deep as you can.
Get real in there. Do not take it personally. No, take everything personally. Everything is important in this league. You got to give it. Do keep the conversations going. That's correct. Do target everyone. Don't target everybody. Keep a couple of people in your back pocket that you can use.
the people you keep in your back pocket.
Keep a couple of them. One or two of them keep in your back pockets. You don't want everybody to be your enemy because that makes it harder in fantasy to make trades. So keep a couple of them on your back.
You know what? Keep it coming. I think that might be the end of this article. I think it is. Okay. So shout out to the manual.com for providing us with some of these questions and topics. Real quick question, Isaac. Who do you not target this year?
What's that?
Who do you not target this year? Is there already somebody that made your friendly Isaac list, or is everyone still fair game?
Honestly, the way the friendly Isaac list works is it's whoever's in last place. I mean, you don't have to talk to them. If they're in last place, they kind of already. So right now, I think it's Sean. So and DJ. I don't really talk smack to Sean and DJ because they're in last place. So it is what it is.
Since we're talking smack, Isaac, let's start with your game, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tell me why
you
played somebody that just blew the waters out. Just blew the
honestly
off the place.
This is going to be the number one score probably the entire season that you guys are going to see. And it's an honor. I got to play against him. It really is. But this was probably like
material. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, every season we usually and you should screenshot this for me though. Every season we usually screenshot who scored the highest, and whoever makes it at the end of the year, if we haven't did it before, we'll do it now. We're gonna send them a little plaque of them just scoring the highest. So this guy gets to get a good one if it's me. Well, I'm hoping somebody beats it.
Good thing we have content now. We don't need screenshots, Isaac. We're past that. We're up in the big leagues. Come on, man. This is why.
There you go.
All right. So going on here, it's obvious to see that Josh Allen killed it. His receivers did okay. Actually, that's actually a pretty low game for them too. Like 19 points for Devontae Adams is honestly that's nice, but 10 points for Diggs, that's not great. Mike, what do you think about Isaac's
lineup? I thought Isaac did good. I was surprised with Eckler and Brady is Brady. Travis Kelce is Travis Kelce. You could say that's a bad game for Travis Kelce. You could. I mean, 16 points because he's capable of a lot more. But I mean, I don't think that's bad for a tight end. But everybody else, I mean, did what they were supposed to do. I just think, I was talking to Isaac about this earlier the other day, and I just don't. You just don't hear about. I can't remember the last time somebody scored 190 points. I honestly I can't remember. No, I know there was a 200 a couple years ago. Can't remember what league I was in, but
hey Isaac, what hurt more? His Raider players going off against you, or watching Damian Pierce run that long touchdown?
Nah, it was a bittersweet feeling with the Raider players. I was watching the game, and it hurt because every time we scored, I was so happy, and then I would get reminded that Josh Jacobs is not on my team. So hey, you got lucky, man. You got lucky. So, but good for you. Honestly, good for you. Big congratulations. It's not easy to score 190. So, great job.
All right, we got DJ and Luis. Luis pretty much did what he was supposed to. I think we can all say that pretty easily. Dang, yeah, it looks like everything went pretty well for him, other than Amari Cooper. On the other side, DJ, could have been worse. Definitely could have been worse.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Luis, man, compa, man. That Geno Smith play is amazing. This man is playing fantasy football right now. Let me tell you something. 31 points Geno Smith scored. Sitting him over Matthew Stafford against San Fran. Excellent play. And he still got Demont St. Brown down there waiting to come back. So this guy has a scary team. Geno Smith's been balling out. I think he's top 5 in the NFL right now in passer ratings.
Do you think the Julio pick's going to be it's going to pay out later down the season too?
I don't think so. I think Julio is pretty much he's done at this point. But his starting lineup though with Saquon, Amon St. Brown, Amari, Zeke, man, this man's playing some fantasy football right now. Brett Meyer, I believe Brett Meyer is either top 5 in the league right now for kickers. He's been on a tear, but we'll see what happens when Dak comes back.
And Mike, what do you got? Any advice for Mike for DJ out there?
Any advice?
Yeah, man. If you want to give your boy advice, tell him, hey, man, keep your head up.
He's got a tough one next week.
Is it you?
He's got a tough one this week, so I can't really help him. He's just gonna have to take back-to-back L's and bounce back.
Back-to-back L's. All right, on to the next one. We got Andrew and Dustin. Looked like a close game at first. Looks like actually the 49ers defense pulled away with this score because he was in a close one up until then. You look at that, 22 points. Tough one.
Yeah, that pick to the house helped him.
Oof.
Yeah, I'd say right now Peanut's doing great with that Clyde Edwards-Helaire pickup, man. Nobody knew he would be balling out the way he is. I want to say he is top 7 in fantasy football right now. And he just going on a tear, man. Going on a tear. So he's doing great.
And then on the other side, Dustin didn't do terrible, like he's actually putting up consistently 130, 140 every week. Got Keenan Allen on the bench coming back. Mostert might have been, looking back on it now, the most accurate pick in the 5th round. Like he might have got actual value there that's going to hold up all season. So it's interesting. Let's see. We got Rock to the Naj and Sean. Now, this one's interesting. B-Rain sat down George Kittle at the end of the game last week, and I don't think he started him.
I think he did.
Did he?
He did last minute.
Last minute, but he did have him benched.
Yep.
I saw that. I was wondering. So didn't matter much. Looks like B-Rain did what he needed to do. Sean's having a tough time with putting up points, isn't he?
I'd say the worst part about this was I was wondering why he didn't want to put Russell Wilson in. And so by not putting in Russell Wilson, that was a big deficit, and he keeps relying on Kyle Pitts. I think Kyle Pitts needs to trade him away. Pick up somebody on the waivers. He's been bunking this season.
Now, what do you think frustrated him more? Sitting Russell Wilson the week he goes off, or having Kamara still in his lineup right in the morning?
Oh, you know what? I was gonna say something about this. Because the game was so early and Kamara was kind of like a last minute thing.
It was in the game. The game started, and then he was considered out.
Yeah, and so and some platforms actually still showed him in, even though he was already out. Yeah. I was actually going to say it would have been cool if we gave him the opportunity to sub somebody out. Like Commissioner came in and subbed him out for another running back. But looking down on his bench, scroll down real quick for me. I don't think he has anybody he could have subbed in. Oh, Burkhead. Damn. Oh, Burkhead and Wilson would have won that game. Ooh, tough.
It would. Yeah.
Damn.
Who would have thought to start Burkhead? He had been doing duds,
But he had nobody else. If we would have let him, and I don't know, I think that would have been something to let him just slide somebody else in there,
Sounds like the commissioner's problem. Let's get to mine. We're running out of time, so we'll wrap these up pretty quick. Hey, I got my butt whooped by Mike. I thought I had Mike in the beginning games at 10 o'clock. I thought it was going down. And then he pulled away really bad with Miles Sanders and Hawkinson. We go down here and look at it. Both of them got 29, 39. Like, who does that? These weeks before, they weren't putting up those numbers. So congratulations, Mike. I owe you 20. That's what happened.
Hey, good game, man. I don't want to sit here and say I told you so, but I told you so.
So, yeah.
No, but I'm not Andrew Vargas. I'm not gonna say I knew they were gonna do that. I didn't know. I could have not sat here and told you Hawkinson was going to score 39 points. There's no way I could have told you that. And then Miles Sanders, Miles Sanders, what was it? 29? Yeah,
29,
I wouldn't have. Yeah, I wouldn't have told you. Yeah, I wouldn't have told you that either.
And Herbert, this is like the first week, and since the first week, right, that Herbert put up 20 again.
Yeah, since the injury.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you can, say he's back or,
What I've been wanting to ask, what were your thoughts about Claypool throwing up a dud?
I've been on my bench this whole time, and I gave him a shot, and nothing happened. And because he's only been getting like 6 or 7 points a game, so he's definitely probably not going to start, and he probably won't be on my team for long.
Why the 3 quarterbacks?
Why?
Yep.
I don't know if I could. I don't know if I should let that information out.
You got Justin Herbert.
Like that.
But okay.
I know, but there is a method to the madness. Believe me.
Okay.
One thing I did want to say about my team, I was very happy to see Debo live go off. That was cool. So just shout out to Debo. That's it.
This guy just wants to talk about how he went to the game. Hey, everybody, Mamito went to the game and had a really good time. In case you guys haven't picked that up yet.
And lost,
right.
And lost in fantasy.
You know what? The beer helped me forget.
But he got a picture with the Grinch, so it was cool.
Worth it.
Didn't matter. Didn't matter. He got beat by 40 points. He got a picture with the.
It was the worst knowing that I had no chance to come back. No matter if Debo had a good game or not, I didn't have a chance to come back. I was like, this is gonna be a rough game. Give me 2 beers.
Mito got beat so bad he went to go watch the Niner game in person.
Beat me so bad, threw me in the stadium.
That's a new one. I think that's what I do to people. I make people go see their team live.
You beat me next. I want to go.
I got you. I'll send you to Vegas.
All right. Well, we got Edward right here against probably the only team that took the biggest hit this week. We got Willie, and man, what a tough one. So Javonte Williams out, no more. Jonathan Taylor, not good. Let's see, who else did he have down here? I'm pretty sure Burks is out. Michael Thomas is still questionable. He just traded George Pickens for a terrible DJ Moore. That's harsh. He's got.
You guys heard about that?
Yep. We'll get to that. We have time a little bit for that. Real quick, what do you guys think about Edwards' team since he was pretty high up there? I think third highest scoring, if I'm right.
No, he was not.
Who was he fourth? You were third?
Fourth. That's correct.
All right. Well, anyway.
Oh man, how long are we gonna let this happen? How long are you gonna keep doing it? You gonna do this the rest of your life? Come on, Mike. Give me some backup here, bro. Give me some. This man always just rides his best friend's jock. That's what he does.
As if Mac doesn't have a best friend. Michael already has one.
Oh, he's already on the call.
The same. Michael already has one, so just good luck, guys.
I can't. During this episode only, I can't talk shit about Edward. I can't. I'm the advocate for Edward. Edward is not here. I'm the advocate.
So, as Edward's advocate, Mike.
He's not here, so I wasn't.
What do you think about Edward's team, Mike? Since you're his advocate today.
I'm the advocate today. Yeah. I thought it was good. Hurts, Jefferson, everyone did what they were supposed to do, and nobody really. What was crazy? Nobody really got off. It's just everybody scored over 12 points, for the most part. So I think that helped them a lot. Everybody was just consistent in double digits.
Yeah, he's got a good one going forward. I'll tell you what, you have time either to go into Isaac's matchup for next week already, or we can look at some entries.
No, you can skip.
Yeah, can I say one thing?
Because it's not funny when he's not here. So
can I say one? Can I say one thing about Willie's team?
What's up?
Honestly, I think we all cursed Willie. I think we gassed that team up, and I think it's slowly starting to fall apart.
And Isaac really didn't help him either. So look what Isaac did to this poor guy's team already. He took away a future receiver and gave him just a dud.
Isaac, it's all Isaac's fault.
It's all Isaac
what
put
did
the nail
I
on the
do,
coffin
bro?
for Willie.
What are you
Willie just lost everything, and then Isaac gave him this turd of a receiver.
I did not.
I think that's the most logic answer.
I give him a good receiver. DJ Moore
I think
is
it
good.
is Isaac. I think it is Isaac's fault.
It's Isaac, right?
Yeah, I think that's logical.
That's a shout out right there. Don't trade with Isaac. You'll end up in the dirt, in the gutter, just like Willie.
Because they got DJ Moore. What are you talking about? DJ Moore had 11 targets last week. You're tripping.
What'd you do to Willie? Did you call him up? Did you say, hey, Willie, I got a 12-pack for you and a trade?
What I did was I told Willie we need to band together and make sure that Mamito does not have a good season. And he said, I'm down for that. I said, I know you don't like him. I know he's a Niner fan. I know you don't like him, Willie. I said, I don't. I said, good. And let's team up and make sure this guy has the terriblest fantasy season ever.
Now, I
like how Isaac said. DJ Moore had 11 last week. Not this week. What did he do this week?
No, this week it was 11. Yeah, that's what I mean. Last week was 11 targets. The week before that was 6, 11. How many
points did he
And you're
get?
proud that you just gave that to Willie. You just
Yeah,
robbed
that was a fair trade. George Pickens is wide receiver 3 on that team. I'm taking a gamble here, but it's better than having DJ Moore.
But he's good though.
Who's good?
You said DJ Moore is good.
Yeah, he is, but the quarterback is trash. Baker Mayfield.
Ask how many points DJ Moore had last week.
13.
How many points did he?
13.2.
Last week. No. Not against Arizona against New Orleans. He had 2.5.
3.4. Oh,
2.5.
Ask how many points did George Pickens have last week?
5. We just saw George Pickens make a spectacular catch. He has a new quarterback upgrade. And meanwhile, DJ Moore is stuck with Baker Mayfield or maybe it gets better and he gets Sam Darnold. Said nobody.
I feel like you guys just don't want me to trade at all. Nobody talks about Mito's trades. Mito over here messing everybody around. This just is the reason why Sean Collins is probably in last place. But it's
why
okay.
would Willie trade with you after what happened to him last year? You are on record of robbing this man consecutive years.
On a record? What are you talking about?
You did fuck him over. You did fuck him over last year.
Okay. All right. We agree. So I'll tell you what. We're gonna do the next episode maybe on Thursday or maybe tomorrow night. We don't know yet. We'll have Isaac and Edward really get into it. We got about a minute left. So you guys have any closing statements?
Not yet.
I like that. Isaac? So, all right, guys. I guess Isaac doesn't have anything to say.
The disrespect is crazy from this guy. And I can't wait to play him the week after this. So you guys are in for some good couple.
All right, guys. So that's going to do it for the Fantasy Football Hour. It was nice having you. Tune in next time.
Next podcast, I'm going to have a bag of popcorn. And I'm just going to sit here and watch. I'm not even going to say anything on the podcast.